1955, the American company Tappan Company first introduced the microwave oven. Operation Wetback Mexican immigrants aboard a United States Border Patrol truck in California for mass deportation to Mexico, El Centro, California, June 1954. Very young German POWs in the Sauer River region during the Battle of the Bulge, January 1945. Spectators watched the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in San Diego, California, 1992. Princess Diana, 1992. American engineers Charles Ginzburg, Charles Anderson and Ray Dolby demonstrated their invention, the first videotape recorder, 1956. Young Angelina Jolie, 1992. Found Puppy, Ottawa, Canada, 1959. (1944), 4-year-old Chuck Norris on a pony. Elvis Presley is vaccinated against polio while serving in the Army, Tennessee, 1958. April 22, 1944. Great Britain. A paratrooper lifted a 125cc Royal Enfield Flying Flea to demonstrate the motorcycle's lightweight. Fair Dodgers Barcelona 1950. An American soldier inside the memorial commemorating the Battle of Leipzig, Battle of the Nations of 1813, April 18, 1945. British Electric Lightning Interceptor Fighter and Avro Vulcan, Strategic Bomber, 1960s. Golf, 1978, Rhodesia. The guard doubles as a club rest. This soldier and his loyal companion are ready for anything. John Lennon and Chuck Berry, 1972. Llanfairpwll Gwyngyl Gogyricwyrndrob Lantysilio Gogogosh Station, 1935, Wales, United Kingdom. Performance at the Amphitheatre, Nîmes Guard Department, Languedoc-Roussillon Region, Third French Republic, 1935. The Dolly Sisters, 1924. Japanese Emperor Meiji, 1872. Ben Chapman on the set of Creature from the Black Lagoon, 1954. Steve Jobs in his youth, early 1970s. On the set of Star Wars. Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher and others, United States, 1980s. Leonardo DiCaprio practices martial arts in 1995. Princess Diana at the Lifeguard Awards ceremony in Sydney, Australia, 1988. A nuclear warhead being loaded into a container. Ukraine, January 1992. A column of Soviet forced labourers, Ostarbeiter, stands after their shift at the entrance to the Minister Achenbach mine in Brambauer, a district of Lunen. Third Reich, August 7, 1942. Cowboys with a Captured Wolf, Wyoming, United States, 1887. Drew Barrymore outtake from Us magazine, May 1994. Civilians greet Soviet soldiers on a captured German Pizurei 503 tank. The Hindenburg crash site, May 1937. Neil Armstrong at NASA Langley Research Center, 1969. Parameter from 1964. Ivan Pavlov's dogs in his laboratory, 1904. Women attending open casting call for Blake Edwards' film, 1983. Margaret Thatcher, Great Britain, 1985. Brigitte Bardot at her beginnings, early 1950s. Paris 1950. Special Church Candles, New York City, 1929. Cow, milkmaid, cat. United States, 1921. Underground nuclear explosion at the Semipalatinsk test site, 1965. '70s roller skating. Foreign students with a portrait of Brezhnev at the November 7th parade, Zaporozhye, USSR, 1985. Massage in a bathhouse, Tbilisi, 1890s. The Taming of the Shrew, USSR, 1990s. From Melvin Sokolsky's Bubble series, in which he placed a model in what appeared to be a giant soap bubble floating around Paris. It was actually a giant plexiglass orb suspended by a thin cable that was later edited out, 1963. Soviet tank at the Brandenburg Gate, 1945. The KM Ekranoplan made its maiden flight on October 18, 1966. Drew Barrymore as a child. A typical home of a coal miner's family in Kentucky. Photo from 1946. Firefighting, Belfast, Northern Ireland, United Kingdom, 1972. A Princess Diana lookalike contest in Washington, D.C., 1985. Ms. Marilyn Murray, number 18 far right, was the winner. North Carolina, Tobacco Queens and Tobacco Bikinis, 1950s. Radium mask for facial cancer treatment, 1920. Michael Jackson for Vibe magazine, 1985. A housewife plans to start a fire using banknotes. Germany, 1923. Space Shuttle Atlantis moves to the launch pad, 1995. Chewbacca and Princess Leia, Peter Mayhew and Carrie Fisher off set, 1970s. The orchestra plays in a trench for the crew of a Maxim machine gun. Woman dressed as a Valkyrie for the Devonshire Ball for Queen Victoria 60 years as Queen, 2nd of July 1897. Hollywood star Rita Hayworth replaced the bumper of her car, which had been scrapped for war purposes, with a poster 1942. Apple computer in 89. Henry Kuiper's face after his fight with Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay, June 18, 1963. Marilyn Monroe taking a picture with a child drinking milk as part of the Milk Fund for Babies charity program she sponsored in 1955. Constable and the Punks, London, 1980s. Freddie Mercury at college in 1964. Stevie Nicks, 19T. Maurice Tillet, professional wrestler, born in the Urals, 1940. An airplane crashed into a roof during a demonstration flight, Petrograd, May 1, 1918. Anita Ekberg and Mara Corday photographed by Bruno Bernard, 1955. A race of almost ancient chariots, a pastime for Wehrmacht soldiers during their rest periods on the Eastern Front. Ernest Hemingway, passport photo, 1923. Fire escape, 1924. Eve Meyer, 1954. During the 1950s, there was a trend where people would try to stuff as many people in one phone booth as possible. Princess Diana on a Yacht, 1997. A World War I soldier places a Red Cross bandage on a dog, 1917. Computer from 958. Commander Fidel Castro in Vietnam, Quang Tri Province, September 1973. Museum worker modelling the bell racker device to stop runaway slaves in Mobile, Alabama photo circa 1937. The future Queen Elizabeth is 3 years old, at the train station with her grandmother, 1929. In a New York subway car, United States, 1984. An infantryman of the Spanish Wehrmacht division with Christmas presents. Battle of Moscow, December 29, 1941. Dream car, Cadillac Eldorado, Brougham, 1955. John F. Kennedy pictured is holding a football outdoors in Bronxville, New York, circa 1936. Jack, shown here at age 19, attended the elite boarding school Choate in Connecticut and would then go on to Harvard. Boy Scouts practicing signaling, Washington, D.C., United States, June 16, 1923. Contestants in a beach beauty contest, Huntington Beach, California, 1925. Telephone design, 1975. Arnold Schwarzenegger during a trip to Australia, 1974. A Chinese woman with a typewriter capable of printing over 5,000 different characters, 1947. Street view of Tokyo, Japan in 1926, autochrome shot. Claudia Cardinale on the set of Blindfolded, 1965. David Bowie and Elizabeth Taylor, Beverly Hills, 1975. British sniper of the Second World War. Ukrainian archaeologist Boris Mozilevsky, with around 2,400-year-old golden Scythian pectoral he found in 1971. Spanish Egyptologist Eduardo Guyel at the Cairo Museum next to discovered artifacts, 1885. Ava Gardner feeds a rhinoceros on the set of Magambo, 1953. Dismantling of the Lenin statue, Berlin, Germany, 1991. A black child undergoing an X-ray examination, 1942, United States. A Merchant's Daughter and Her Toys, Nizhny Novgorod, 1912. War between North and South Korea, 1950. Maradona listening to vinyl records, 1980s. Keanu Reeves photo by Karen Bystedt, 1987. Croquet game, Russian Empire, early 1900s. On a playground in Norilsk, 1960s, Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. South Vietnam, 1968. M4 Sherman crew and equipment, additional weapons and ammunition, 1943. Patients taking air baths, 1951. State Central Institute of Balneology on Novinsky Boulevard, Moscow. Soldiers of the Soviet 58th Guards, Rifle Division, and the American 69th Infantry Division walk arm in arm along a street in Torgau, Germany, April 25, 1945. Albert Einstein and Marie Sklodowska, Curie reminiscing by a lake in 1929. This powerful 100-ton Marion electric shovel was hard at work excavating blasted rock from one of the diversion tunnels during the construction of Hoover Dam, 1935. Londoners watch Winston Churchill's funeral from the roof of a bombed-out building, 1965. The Ku Klux Klan marches in Lincoln, Maine, 1924. Prisoner at McNeil Island draws John Kennedy, 1961. Early seatbelt design, 1950s. A Saudi Arabian tourist prays at the North Pole with a Soviet nuclear icebreaker in the background, 1990. Official Irish Republican Army Women's Cell on Easter Monday, Downpatrick, Northern Ireland, 1974. Liberation of the Bergen-Belsen concentration camp female prisoners received their bread rations, 1945. Benito Mussolini fencing with a black shirt officer, Rome, November 1936.